Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. First up, the artist. It's the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs. 6 foot tall, 160 pounds with a reach of 74 inches.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Up first is the artist from the United Kingdom. Here comes the Miracle Man, Daniel Jacobs. He bounced back from cancer as a 2-time middle.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United Kingdom. Wearing the cyan trunks trimmed with cyan. The artist. Fighting out of the blue corner from Brownsville, New York. Here is a 2-time middleweight champion of the world. Introducing Daniel Jacobs.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
All right, this is the fight of pride. This is two warriors that want to get in there and beat the hell out of each other. This is that fight.
What a great... And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight.
You're getting everything tonight. And you know what? When you're in a theater, you know you've got to perform. There's no cutting corners. There's no making up excuses because you're going to be so transparent. All laid out there.
Good counter punching. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. They exchange punches. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. This fighter doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
That jab doesn't find a home. Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Good job defending the jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I see.
Don't worry about it.
Here we go. It's round 2. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Swing and a miss with that jab. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. Nice counter shot. How about that time counter shot? That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
We'd like to see more jabs. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. And shoot. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. Good counter punch. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know, I've been in fights like that.
Let's get it started in round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They have no respect for each other's punching power. Beautiful counter shot. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Nope, that hook won't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speeds.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Good one. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Misses with the jab. Back and forth they go. Has to be careful for that risk. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the score.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And now you let him get back into it. Now,
back at it in round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The perfect counter lands. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Nope, that jab's not going to score. Straight right just misses. The courage on display here is incredible. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Missing with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Straight right just misses. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it.
switch back on. Get focused.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Swing and a miss with that hook. That counter punch caught him clean. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter. That counter shot left. They're looking really close at this cut. Will the fight continue? And it looks like this fight will continue. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Jacobs in real trouble. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. They're going to call the doctor over in a minute to check out these cuts.
Cornermen, get your job done, do it right.
Here's the bell to start round 6. What a round we... Wise decision to take a knee here and get that mandatory 8 count.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
As well to block that left jab. Oh, right there! Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. Disaster averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot.
And down goes the artist. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
I need to see that again.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back in? And what else could they do but to take a knee here?
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
He just misses with that jab. Counter punches have to hurt. They call it, their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? The referee says they're okay to fight. will keep fighting. Perfect counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Well done with that counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Love the response, though. Got back up. Took a...
There's the bell to start round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
You'd like to see more jabs. A straight right just misses. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Good punch. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, when you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Nice counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Is going to cause some serious problems.
I hope you've got a good cutsman in that corner.
Switch on, get this boxing back together. I need you to go back out there and he just...
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You were thinking. You're getting your...
Get that jab back. Just box him. Just be smart.
Just sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
It's only one round that you've lost. Don't worry about it. If you got complacent, the fight's not over yet. You got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, and now you've let...
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it and he'll ride it out.
That's a terrible round, that is. Come on. You've let him back into...
Same again. Don't change too much yet. Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together and put it back.
No free shots. Keep smart.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
Get that jab back.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defence on end.
And back.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
What's next? A TKO makes it so confusing because you think, what would have happened if the fight had carried on? These guys are going to have to do it all over again.